Good morning, everybody. This is Grant Russell with Transwest Truck Trailer RV, about 30 minutes north of Denver, Colorado, up here in beautiful Frederick, Colorado. Got the pleasure today to bring to you guys an available 2023 Newmar Superstar 4059 bath and a half motorhome. As you can see, this exterior color is the Colfax exterior. When we go on the inside, it is also got the Colfax interior with the Newport glazed maple, which we'll go over that when we get inside. Why don't we start up front here, Jody? So new for 2023, something I want to point out, on the N2106, they've increased the front axle to 17,200 pounds. What does that do for you? Well, that gives you a larger gross vehicle weight rating. You can now tow, or you can now be maxed out at 41,200 pounds, which gives you about 6,700 pounds of cargo carrying capacity. Being a Super C motorhome M2106, this has the 8.9 liter, 360 horsepower, Cummins diesel engine, 1,150 pound-foot of torque. And as you can see, when you have a front engine, you have quick, easier access to things like your air filter, the windshield wiper fluid reservoir, the air dryer, the coolant. Just much easier to get to everything. We'll go around to the other side. You'll notice you've got easier access to your power steering fluid, your fuel filter, the dipstick on the oil. I mean, everything's a lot easier to access. Up top here, just in case you're wanting to reference this one, we are on stock number 5N220294. And we got a soft close on the hood. So when I push that down, it's not going to slam on me. Actually, something I want to point out right here in the very front, we've got a camera up front here. So this particular coach was ordered with the optional 360 OmniView. What is that? That gives you kind of a bird's eye view. So they take this camera, they take another camera that when we go down the side, there's a camera on the side of the coach, one on the rear. They stitch those camera views together. Gives you like a rooftop view. Almost looks like you got a drone overhead looking down at the coach on your monitor inside the coach. Something else I'd like to point out for 2023, or not for 23, they've been doing this for years, but Newmar actually has a access door that locks and unlocks. So to access your diesel fill, you've got a 50-gallon fuel tank on this side and a 50-gallon on the other side that feed off one another. So you have 100 gallons of fuel. And then right here we got your 6-gallon def. But lock that up, nobody can access it. And then also new for 23, these doors. So Newmar has come up with a new gasket that goes around. That's the seal that goes around. So when you close these doors, it's a new size seal that doesn't make it as hard to close the doors anymore. They open and close nicely every time now. If you notice up here in the front here, we've got a 50-foot, 50-amp shore power. So I can walk this out, and then I got a push button here to reel it in. This particular motorhome came equipped with the 410-watt solar panels. So I believe your control module's in here. The charge controller, the Xantrex controller is up here in the front. Also your RV power monitor is going to be located here for the ATS. That's the automatic transfer switch, which is back here. And then down below here, we've got hookups for cable. If you're at a campground that has direct feed for park cable, that's located there. And then over here on the side, we've got the inverter for the coach. So that's it's charging. It's your charger for the coach when you're plugged into 50 amps. And it also is your inverter when you power it on to power things on, like your refrigerator, some of your TVs, select outlets in the coach. Some of your electrical can run off of the inverter. This bay, we've got your Oasis. So the Oasis Chinook has a dual loop system. You have 2 electric elements, and you have your diesel burner. So for continuous hot water, of course, you'd want to run the diesel burner. But if you are plugged in, it's a cool day, and you want to use some of your heat to heat the coach off of the electrical. When you're plugged in, you can use the electrical elements. And those you can power up on the inside. And then over here, we've got your hydraulics. The hydraulics are going to be for the leveling system. That's where that's located. And by having some of these, we're going over the curb side right now. So by having these items on the, call it the driver's side or curb side, that allows more storage for your patio side. When we get over there, we'll open all those up, show you all the storage. Next bay here, we've got a pull tray. You've got 8 lead acid, 12 volt, deep cycle batteries. Same batteries like that go in your golf carts today. Anyways, that's what powers the 12 volt system on this coach. And it does come with a slide tray here. Next bay down, we got 8,000 watt quiet diesel Cummins Onan generator. It's running now. Very quiet. And the next bay here, we've got your water bay. So you do have, oh, and by the way, this particular coach was ordered with heat pump or heat pads on the holding tanks. So you have 150 gallons of fresh water. And then you also have 60 gallons of gray water and 40 gallons of black water. And those tanks are heated. You do have the heat strips on them. Here's your gate valves. They're electric gate valves to open and close the gray and the black water. Then you got a whole house water filtration system, an outdoor shower with a sewer rinse. So this sends water in to flush out the black water tank. And then we got the city water over there. That white hose in the back is going to be for pressurizing the coach, the city water, or actually you can fill from there as well, fill the fresh water from there as well. And this compartment here is just a nice little place to keep sewage hose, gloves, chemicals, anything associated with the black water dumpster or the water station area. You can see right here, this is where the low point gray water, black water dumps to. So those electric valves will release the water out, and this is where it comes out. And in the back here, we've got pass-through storage. You can kind of see up here, because this is a bath and a half. So you've got a rear bath. So above this floor here is the master bathroom, and then you have a half bath. So the holding tanks are going to be located back up under here. And then when you hit those gate valves, that's what releases it down, and this is actually where it's located. So some great storage here. You got a Super C motorhome with pass-through storage. You can see it goes all the way across under here. You can see the back side of a tray that's kind of peeking on that side. On the back, we've got let me open this up here. So we've got some more storage here. And we've got the little shelves here to keep all your tools, any kind of diesel exhaust fluid containers, any kind of supplies outside, extra gear, supplies, things you want to keep outside here. Then you got your backup camera up top, and then you got the other camera here for the OmniView, the 360 OmniView I mentioned earlier. And down below we've got a 20,000 pound hitch. It's pre-wired for brake controller, and then you also have a video in. So this is a Phillips, so you can actually plug into the backup camera system. If you have a trailer with a camera inside of it, on the exterior of it, you can toggle between the cameras on the tow vehicle, tow trailer. And then we're on the other side of the pass-through storage. So we do have some additional tile you can see here. In case you ever drop something and were to break a tile, you do have some extra ones for backup there. And then we've got a pull-out tray. That's an option that this one got ordered with. Again, the doors open and close nice and easy. In this bay, we've got a 2-stage door that opens upwards, and that's mainly because you've got a slide out above it here. You don't want this door open all the way up with the slide out, obviously do some damage. So you can gently take it up, just kind of rest it there, and now we have an outside entertainment. And that TV will pull out. Get in here and pull this out. So kind of angle that, get the glare off of it if your sun's at the wrong angle. And then down below it, this is a low point drain line. And you got 150 gallons of fresh water behind this. So that, if you're winterizing the coach, you're just draining all the water out of it. That's where your low point line is, to dump all the water out there. Some good storage here. So we were going through all those components earlier on the other side. Now we're on the patio side. So we've got great storage use here. Plus you've got 2 additional storage compartments towards the front of the motorhome over here on this side. If you get a shot down here, Jody, you've got underneath, you'll see a red handle. That is an option that this one got. It's a hot water line to the basement area, they call it. Basically what's that for? You can hook up a hose to it, and it's got instant hot water coming out. So if you want to clean the front of your coach, you got a bunch of bugs that collect over a long trip, that's where you can hook up the hot water. Another feature down below here, there is a switch in here. This is your auxiliary air switch. So if you're running low air and you don't have the keys to fire up the engine to put air into the coach, you can use this compressor here. So that way you can raise the seats up and down. So your captain's chairs are actually air chairs. And if they're all the way down and you can't get them to go up, turn on the compressor there and that'll build up the air compressor to operate that. If you notice overhead, you've got the patio awning. So this has the single patio awning with it's a Girard awning with the LED lights that run down the length of the awning. And that covers the main patio area, if you will. We've got a hydraulic step here at your entrance. So that makes it, even when we don't have the jacks down right now, but should you level the coach and it raises or lowers the front higher than you need it, this step will adjust as needed. But it gets it nice and low to the ground, so you don't have such a large step going in and out of the coach. Your nice little screen door. And if you notice up top, the way that hinge is on this door. So if it's windy outside and you're constantly loading things in and out, maybe you're taking gear in and out of the coach or groceries, the wind's not going to blow this door shut on you while you're trying to walk in the coach with two handful of groceries in your hands. So all you gotta do is just pull it, break it loose. That'll allow you to open and close the door there. Let's go on inside and check out the floor plan. Okay, so I mentioned we're in a 4059 floor plan, 2023. So this floor plan's been carried over as it has for the past, I think, couple years. I've been doing the 4059 floor plan. If you notice over here on the seats, we've got theater seating is an option that this one got. If you keep going around, you'll notice that the option for theater seating with the fold down booth dinette. So this gives you additional sleeping, you know, small adult, kids, this will make into a bed. And then you got your televator here with the Bose soundbar overhead there. Something I always like to mention with Newmar, so you notice the thickness in these headers in the slide out. So you've got the same, they keep it consistent, so the insulation on a Newmar is from the ceiling to the rooftop is carried into your slide headers as well. What's that do for the customer? Well, it doesn't work the airs as hard in the summertime, doesn't work the furnace as hard in the wintertime. If it starts pouring down rain outside, you guys have heard me say this a lot of times, but you're watching a ball game, you're watching a movie, you're not cranking the volume up trying to hear your program you're trying to watch, so it kind of drowns out that noise. They all come with HDMI cables. They no longer offer the Blu-ray players. You can pick those up at your local Best Buy or Target or Walmart, just about anywhere these days. But they're already hooked. All you gotta do is plug and play. And then we have the overhead skylight. A lot of people love that. It just gives you a nice view. If you've got a view of the mountains in the background or the moonlight, it just gives you a nice natural light also coming in. And then all of these cabinets overhead are some great storage. These seats, they will swivel. You can spin these seats around to join the living area. I'm gonna see if I'm still connected here. If I'm not, we'll move on, but just gonna double check. So new for 23, they have an app you can download on your smartphones these days. It's called Connected Solutions. If you notice, I'm on right now, so if I want to control the generator, the HVAC, the living room, bedroom, powered on and off. Let's go back. Let's go into home screen. You can go into, I think, your motors. Motors is basically for the TV up and down. So it says TV lift up and down. Not a big deal, but if I want to lower the TV, I just simply hit the switch there. As you can see, TV's going down. I go back to the home screen. I want to operate my lights. You can turn all the lights on and off. We click of the button. And it should. There it goes. So all the lights are off. All the lights are on. Some cool features that Newmar has integrated into the new 2023 features. So you have HVAC, holding tanks. You can check on your propane, your gray, your black water, your fresh water. You can turn your tank heat on the heat strips on and off from the app. You can turn your water pump on and off from here. So yeah, just those are some nice new features I wanted to go over and share with you guys. If we go overhead here, in the cabinet above us, we've got, so this is the control panel for the solar. I mentioned to you guys this has the 410 watt solar panels as an option. This one came with. This one here with the green light, that's your booster for your over-the-air antenna. Next to it's the Magnum 2800 watt pure sine inverter panel. Also your power control system here. So right now it's telling us we're running, the generator's on right now, just keep the batteries up. We have the burner on here, as well as both electric elements on, just to keep it nice and warm inside, and it is. It's nice and toasty warm in here. I bet it's not even 30 degrees right now. It's pretty cold outside. Then your slide controls, hydraulic jacks controls, awning controls, some outside security lights, step switch override here. And then on this side, we've got the block. You've got an engine block heater. If you get a shot down below here, you got a step cover. So that comes all the way out, and it will raise up. Somebody shorter needs to stand on this to access this. If you notice, I'm standing on it. It's probably telling me right now, get off. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm, call it 225 pounds. Handles me no problem. So, yeah, that's just some of the main control panels for the house. Coming down to the kitchen area, we've got a lot of kitchen counter space. We got a little left here for additional counter space.
Hey Grant, we got a question real quick if you want to field one.
Go for it. Hello, how can I help you?
How many people can ride in this motorhome while it's moving?
Good question. So, rule of thumb is that there's as many seatbelts in the motorhome as it can sleep. So, you got two on the captain's chairs, and you'll definitely have two more. I would think they're going to be, yeah, I can see them from here. So you got seatbelt here, and seatbelt here. I don't believe, you know, if we're talking about this one specifically, actually, yeah, there's a seatbelt back here. And that's it. So I'd say there's 5 seatbelts in this. So if you wanted 5 passengers or 5 to ride with you, you've got 3 additional plus the captain's seats. Okay, but great question. Yeah, I get that a lot, and it's sometimes a guessing game because you don't know how many seatbelts are without actually looking for them. So, optional dishwasher. This one came with standard. You got the Whirlpool convection microwave oven, and you have the Whirlpool all-electric refrigerator. And then if you come around on this side, Jody, right here we've got some great pantry storage. So push to release on all your pantry storage bins. And being a half bath, let me turn some lights on here. We got some lighting issues, but that sometimes happens. Overhead, I always like to point this out. So your house breaker box and house fuses are easy to reach for most adults. Keeps it out of the reach for children. Your slides are in and you're trying to get to the house breakers, get to the house fuses, no problem. You can just walk right to the half bath here and access it. Some other features you're seeing in there, this does have the Winegard, that blue light that you're seeing on there on the right side. That's the Winegard SK, they call it the SKM 100 dish. So it's for dish network. And then you also have the Wi-Fi Ranger on the left side over here. So this has the Spruce LTE Wi-Fi Ranger, which is an option that this particular coach came with. Then you got some good storage in here, porcelain toilet, and that's a macerator flushing toilet. So when you flush the toilet, remember we have one holding tank. So it's 100, let's see, it was 40 gallons of black water. And so that's gonna pump the wastewater over to the black water tank, which if y'all remember earlier, it was in the back side of the coach where we flush all the water out. All right, I wanna close off the master bedroom. I can simply close that off. And then you've got central vac. Lift up here, you're sweeping up inside. You have hose attachments also. And then that little switch down below there. Let's see here, that's just a little accent light down below here that lights up your aisleway, if you will, at night. And then this is the new systems here. Earlier when I was showing you on my phone, the connected solutions. Well, here's, if you don't have your mobile device in hand, Here's all the different features here. You can check on your holding tanks, check on the batteries. Can actually operate some light controls in here. Your TV up and down switches there. The AGS. So automatic gen start is what AGS stands for. If it's red, it's running. So right now it's the quiet time's actually on and the generator is running. If you're plugged into shore power, it's going to light up red, letting you know you're plugged into shore power, so on and so forth down there. HVAC controls, pairing device. When you want to pair your mobile device, this is where you go in and do that, and then actual panel for light control. Pretty simple, easy to operate. If you can operate a smartphone, you can figure that out. All right, come on back here to the bedroom. We have a king size bed. This is a Sleep Number air mattress. I'm gonna go ahead and lift that up first. Get a good shot of the storage underneath. So you don't have, that's one benefit with Newmar. I will say, you know, there's pros and cons between all different manufacturers, but one of the pros I would say with Newmar, you have 150 gallons of fresh water, 60 gallons of gray water, and 40 gallons of black water, all down in the compartment storage below. What does that do for you inside? That you're gaining storage. There's some other brands out there where they put their holding tanks underneath. Not a big deal. It's just that's the way they do them. Newmar does it a little differently. Okay, and then overhead we've got there's some light controls under here, security lights. Just while you're laying in bed, there's some controls there. And then you also have, they still to this day, you still have the electrical plug inside the overhead cabinets. For those of you that may have CPAP machines, you want to run your hoses out the bottom here. You can have your machine overhead, plug it in, and run all your lines out the bottom there. Or if you wanted to run any kind of electrical cord, extension cord, or who knows what you're using, you can use that electrical for just about anything. You have some counter space on both sides of the bed, USB ports, electrical outlets on both sides of the bed. And then across and in front of the bed, we've got the 43-inch LED smart television. And for entertainment purposes, you have adjustable shelf. If you want to add a DVD player down below here, or you're connecting to the dish network, dish receiver can go down here if you want one for the bedroom. Those are things that we can set up for you here at Transwest. And then the other 5 are all drawers. So the full extension drawer glides. And if you notice when I'm closing these, your drawers are all on soft close, which is something to point out. Some wardrobe storage overhead here. You have one more on this side. Come around to the back. We got the master bathroom. So we've got a large shower here. I'm 6'2". I got plenty of room here. Got the overhead shower here. I've got a adjustable shower head here as well. And then these come with the Aquamizer or the Aqua, I can't remember exactly, but this will change colors when it does get hot. So it allows you to heat up your hot water while you're not sitting there wasting water. If you're dry camping, it'll recycle it. It recirculates the water until this changes colors, and it's letting you know you've got hot water. And then you can turn this valve to twist it, I believe, up or all the way to the right, and that, or actually all the way to the left. So all the way to the right recirculates it, all the way to the left lets the water out. A neat system there. We've got some we got overhead cabinetry here for medicine cabinet. This one came with, okay, this has a safe. You got some more hanging storage overhead. You got 4 pretty decent sized drawers. You can see how big that drawer comes out here. You got 4 of them there. You got your storage underneath. A lot of counters, just something to point out. You do have some great counter space for the bathroom area. There's a couple more drawers. And this did come with the stackable washer and dryer option. We've got another drawer down below here. And then we've got an exit door. So basically this will open up. This panel comes off. There's a ladder there if you, for emergency use only. You can use that to get out if needed. Again, you got pocket door to close off the master bath. Any questions out there? I'm all ears if you guys have anything. If I missed anything, if you want me to go over anything, let me know. What's that? Okay. Go up front here. Last but not least, I'm going to go over some of the M2106 features. Not a whole lot's changed over the years. You still have your cruise control, resume, set, coast is all on the left side over here. Your steering wheel still is adjustable, tilts and telescopes. It is a 6-speed Allison transmission. You have a low, medium, and a high on your engine brake, and that turns it off and on. These are your marker lights, power locks, window controls. The monitor here is very nice. You got a larger monitor. It's easier to see. I know from years past, some of the smaller ones, just a little bit difficult to see. But it's a color screen, backup camera, side camera. Kind of see there's kind of a look there with the OmniView, kind of a little distorted because we've got a slide out that's in the way. When you start running slides, those kind of the view's a little bit funky, if you will. But you can pair your mobile device. It's AM, FM, Bluetooth, Sirius XM satellite radio. It's also your navigation built in. And then the new navigation, the Nav and Go system by Newmar that they're using today, it has automatic updates, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about plugging in a SIM card to your computer and updating those maps. Automatically updates. Your shade controls here, your generator on-off switch, docking lights, regen. There's an actual tag lift now. That's something new on the M2106 if you needed to lift it for any reason, or raises and lowers it. But yeah, no, that's pretty much the gist of what I can go over on this one today. If you have more questions, you want to get additional information on this one, anything I missed, feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to help you with any questions on this one or anything we have in stock. Check out www.transwest.com. If you want to look at our inventory online, you can go there. I think there's a link below that you could click on that takes you right to our site where you can view all of our inventory. If you'd like to reach me directly, show you this here. So you can reach me best on my cell phone. You can text or call me anytime at 720-539-4711. Or you can shoot me an email at grussell, that's 2 S's, 2 L's, grussell@transwest.com. All right. Well, it's almost the weekend. I'll see you soon. Take care.